So a couple of people have asked me about my setup on the bike regarding the Unipod, the selfie stick, extending it, where it goes, does it fall down, how is it on bumpy roads, and that kind of thing. So this is just an addition to my original video where I went over all the accessories and the lenses, etc. And I just want to go into a little bit more depth about my setup and what works for me. Helmet can get back. Let's see. You're here. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, the Ulanzi clamp. That is, for me, the number one item that you should be having with the Insta360, because this mount is the bomb. It doesn't budge. If I compare it to a previous mount, this one, it's similar to the RAM style mount, and I think it's also similar to what is the default in the Insta360 motorcycle kit. I just feel like this does not hold up at all. I had constant issues with it, drooping, falling, not being that strong, and I gave up on it. I'm going to use it maybe for a support, or I don't know what yet. But this, yeah. Okay, next up. So usually I just use it on its own, or I will use it with the Ulanzi, this one. The reason why I like the Ulanzi is that it's thicker and it just feels stronger and it doesn't slide down as easily. When I extend, now first of all, see how thin that is. But when I extend the Insta360, that just, every vibration, boom, 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 boom. It slides down within a heartbeat. However, the Ulanzi, you see how much it's actually harder to extend. It's thicker. And when I go through bumps, it will eventually start to descend, but not as quickly as the Insta360, and I just pop it back up again. If you just look at this, even straight off, right? Like, how easy is this slide? So easy that it obviously is easy to slide down. Whereas the Ulanzi is so much stiffer, and it's also not as narrow at that highest point, which means although the vibrations will make it come down, it just comes down a lot slower, not like that instant scream. Also, you can take, if you're going to be keeping it like that for a while, you can just use a bit of tape to stick it into position on these grooves, if you know what I mean. It's like a bit of electrical tape. Will stop that from coming down. Okay, now for shots behind me, I've shown you in a previous video that you can put it on the frame if you've got a frame. You definitely want to use something like a cable tie or an additional clamp or whatever to secure that rod. And I highly recommend always using a lanyard of some kind. Here's mine here. Okay. So what I had previously, let me just mention quickly. Previously, I have a bit of experience with 360 because of the 2016 Samsung Gear 360, this one, which was something I was using before I got the Insta360. And I thought it was great, but the technology is outdated, the app is outdated, and it only shoots in 2-point-something K. So yeah, the Insta was the way forward. What worked for me, because it's a weighty ball. Okay, so what worked for me was get you untethered. And what I do, so I actually clipped it onto my top bolt. Then I use this as a lanyard. From here, when you look on the inside, it's just 2 screws, and again, it stays waterproof. And the reason why I like this style is that it doesn't come down. But as you can see, if it's extended, it gives you a nice bit of height. Next up. Now, when I've double whammy these sticks together, I will only ever fully extend it if I'm at a viewpoint and I want a nice perspective shot and I'm riding super slow. I won't ever ride for any duration with that extended so high, but it does give some really epic shot. I think using this one is a much better, stronger, safer way of doing it. Yeah. Hey, I just want to say a really quick thank you to everybody for following along and helping to support my channel growing. It means so much to me because I've put a lot of work into the videos and I want them to be enjoyed. And so yeah, by doing that, you help me reach other people and get more exposure, and it feels rewarding. That's it.